What's happening, YouTube? Server1212 is back with some more YGO Pro shenanigans, and today I'm going to bring you the update video to my Explosivo deck, i.e. Nephthys, Kozmo, True Kings. So this deck has been through a lot of changes since you last seen it, so let's go ahead and get into them. First off, we dropped one of the Fathomers. Fathomer was a super garnet. I hated drawing him. He was never useful to see at 2. Only reason he was like particularly useful is if I drew into Diagram, Mari, and nothing else, just like nothing else. And then I could like make an emergency calamities, but aside from that, it was trash. So I dropped him for an extra Mari, and Mari is usually like live, and it's just a great card to have. It's like 1 billion times better. Haven't looked back since. Next change I did, I added an additional Kozmo ship, Dogfighter. Dogfighter is great because it shits out tokens like nobody's business, making a huge amount of link fodder. And also the tokens are pretty beefy at 2,000 attack, 2,400 defense. So this is great for stalling as well. Next change we have, our hand trap lineup changed. So I know most combo decks, like, they don't play hand traps because they kind of like impede on their ability to combo. But this is a combo deck that can play hand traps because the hand traps are combo pieces, which is weird. Ash Blossom, as we said, is a fire elemental, so Ash with Vanisher or Diagram can allow you to make your Totem Bird Calamities fill in a pinch by popping Ash. Ghost Ogre is wonderful. You can use Ghost Ogre to pop your Delta Shuttles when it activates this effect to immediately float into your Soul Trooper and start your Soul Trooper loop. So Ghost Ogre acts as an additional way to pop a ship, which was very, very coveted by this deck. We definitely need more of those. Probably the biggest change we made was the Spellbook engine. Spellbooks are great. They're so good in this deck. Like, holy moly. Number one, Spellbooks, they have the potential to turn any bad hand into a godlike hand just off whatever 2 cards you draw. Because if you draw Preparation Rites and Delta Shuttle, or Delta Shuttle and Diagram, you're nutting. Like, it's great. It's great. I apologize if you hear my roommates in the background. But yeah. Also, on top of all that, the deck doesn't use normal summon too much. So, normal summoning out Blue Boy to draw 2 cards doesn't always hurt us. And then Disciple of Nephthys is also a spellcaster alongside Matriarch and the Ritual Monsters. So you contribute these guys off with knowledge to also draw 2 cards. Now I'm only running 1 knowledge instead of 2, just because if I run extra knowledge, when I was running 2 knowledges, I was bricking on it more often than I would like. So I ended up dropping it. But yeah, and in case you're wondering, the deck is still as consistent as it was before. You will be seeing some test hands for the deck. I won't be doing test hands by like just clicking shuffle and doing them. The hand's actually pretty decent, but I won't be doing test hands like that for the sheer sake of I can't account for cards that I would have to draw. So like if I draw my spellbook engine, I can't account for the cards I draw because those can drastically change how good a hand is. So instead, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dueling myself, and as I duel myself, I'm going to like comment on the hand, fast forward as I combo off with the hand, and then I'm going to show the infill with the hand. And I'm going to be doing this with no cuts. I'm just gonna you're gonna see me like go, leave out, restart, re-enter the duel, so you can see if I break, I break. It happens. Look at this shit. You can't expect this deck to be fucking Skystriker consistent. You're gonna find some breaks, but it does have consistency sitting up at about 80 to 90%, which is more than a lot of decks can say, and more than you would expect looking at it. But yeah, on the extra deck is mostly the same. We did drop the Hope Harbinger and a few other cards for a weird synchro engine. That being Herald of the Arclight and Dawn Dragster. So basically, our backup play prior to this would end on Hope Harbinger, Proxy Dragon, and like a sloppily placed Griffin where the zone above them would still be open alongside a tin can. But that that's like 1 negate guaranteed, possibly 2. Griffin isn't really doing shit that hand, so it's pretty bad. So I decided to go back into the combo lab, and I ended up coming up with a combo that's gonna get you Herald of the Arclight, Dawn Dragster, Strawman, and Tin Can. So you have 2 disruptions. One of your disruptions is actually going to go ahead and search 2 once it goes off. So it's going to allow you to like go back into your Nephthys engine. And it functions off the same cards, and it even runs off of less. So like you can pump out this field with like the bare minimum. The bare minimum for this field is like Prey of Nephthys, Delta Shuttle, and then like a Ghost Ogre. If you have those 3 cards, you can make it to that field. And then next up, that's why we have the Jetsynchron. Jetsynchron is the 1 garnet I have to add in for that, and then the Energy Teleport. Jetsynchron isn't really a garnet though, per se, because it's fire elemental, so it can still be useful. This deck has only thing like this deck like garnets if I draw hands like fucking a shit ton of them, and then like Ritual Monsters. This would be like a bad hand, but like if the cards that come out like where they want to be, they'd be good. Wow, this hand is also pretty good, but yeah. Down to the side deck. Side deck did change a little bit. I'm now starting 3 Call by the Grace because fuck Lancia. Lancia turns half this deck off. Like, I mean, if they drop Lancia and then you just go like, all right, sweet, I'm playing Nephthys True King now, then you're good. If you drop Lancia and you have preparation rights, you don't care. But they drop Lancia and you're looking at your Kozmo engine, it's big tears. So critical call to help fend off Lancias. And we still have the same swords and Bookable Eclipse to help beat Thunder Dragons, the worst matchup. And then we have Eclipsters and Slip Riders for back row heavy decks. I also do have a few. I will be showing some replays versus meta decks. I have a set versus Sky Striker to show, and then a set versus Altergeist to show. And I think I have one other set. Damn, my roommates are loud. But I do have. I think I might have one other set of games to show. I think it was Dinosaurs or something like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into those test hands. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and get into some test hands for the deck. Now, I'm going to be dueling myself 3 times, which is going to add up to about 6 test hands. And I'm doing this because I can't account for the draw engine in the deck shuffler, because I don't know what I'm going to draw off of it. And that could affect how good a hand is. So doing it this way, you wait to see the infill that each hand produces. And also, I'll be commenting on how I feel about each hand. And I will be fast forwarding through all the combos, so I have to sit through them all, but you will be able to see the infill from each hand. Also, as a side note, I won't be using hand traps against myself. I won't be using calamities against myself, and I will not be using Herald of the Arclight. If the Herald of the Arclight is on the field, I'll immediately send it to the graveyard by using it to negate my tin can, just so I'll be able to have the other hand come off without having to worry about any nonsense from the other side of the field. It's just to showcase like what the hands can do and the consistency. As you can see, cards per draw set to 0, so both hands will be starting with 5 cards. And I'm not rigging this. I'm going into this just straight up live. There's no cutting in here. It's just me going in raw. Alright, let's go ahead and see what the first hand brings us. Oh shit. Oh my. So this hand is like the holy grail of hands. Is really good. So these 3 cards alone get you to your Calamities Totem Bird field. Just these 3 cards right here. But you also have the Spellbook engine as well for excess draw power. So I'm going to use this first. This is like the bait. You know, I don't need my normal summon either, so I'm perfectly fine just normal summoning out Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. So this would be how you would bait for Ashes. You would go for this first. We'll go ahead and grab Knowledge to my hand. If they have an Ashes at this point, they probably don't have it. Let me go ahead and deck thin, get my Diagram to my hand. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a couple cards. Oh, I drew into a hand trap. That's cool to see. Another Terraforming. That's not particularly useful. But yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and go for the combo. Important thing to note that you can chain block here to protect your Delta Shuttle. So in case they do save a hand trap for this point, make sure you do that. So also, because Fathomer is the most garnety of the True Kings, when you summon Sorceress, if you know you're going to be using your effect to go ahead and already like make your Totem Bird wind, and so you won't have V on your next turn, it's always best to get Fathomer out the deck. Number 10 can, I'm going to go ahead and search out all the interactable cards. So that's Shuttle, Destroyer, and Lady. See what we get. And we go and got Slip Rider. That's fine. So we ended on 6 cards on field and 5 cards in hand. That's a +5. Alright, on to the other hand. Make sure I ignore the chain. This hand is also pretty good, actually. Not even gonna lie. You're not gonna be doing yeah, so you're gonna end on just basic calamities, which is, you know, calamities wins games in its own right. But you'll also be able to set up the Nephthys engrave as well. I do know there I made a small misplay. I should have brought back Disciple as opposed to the Ritual Monster with the Matriarch's effect, because then I would be able to blow Matriarch and have her float next turn, so I can have her floating alongside the chicken for recovery plays in the event that my board gets broken. But yeah, so this would be your infield, and then in the graveyard you would have your Matriarch ready to come back next turn, and then you'll have your Phoenix the Nephthys come back next turn. In the event that they do happen to wipe your board, you can go and link those back up into your link monster. Search out some more material for your Phoenix, so you'll be able to get the other Phoenix and the Ritual Flow back to your hand, and then bring out the Phoenix to pop a card. And yeah, then you'll be able to, depending on what your hand looks like, you might be able to bring this back and go into a Borlow from there, which is an easy OTK. That's assuming they get over Calamities. But yeah, alright, first two hands done. Alright, so the reason I'm fast forwarding through all this is just so people can't like say that I stacked the deck between or that I cut it. It's just to let you know that it's like, this is all organic. Okay, back at it again with another hand. Sad boys really want a Kozmo, but this hand is it's making Calamities no matter what the fuck happens. You're gonna get yourself a Calamities, that's for sure. But I want my Calamities alongside a chicken. So I'm gonna get my Calamities alongside a damn chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and chibi this guy. Use your effect. Bring out you. Use your effect. Blow up the chicken. Get a Matriarch. Alright, so here's the infill. You're going to have your Ritual Monster set up in your hand for next turn. And you will also have fodder for your Devotee and Graveyard to come back so you can make the Link Monster again. And search out the other Phoenix, Ritual Summon him out. And you'll also have the chicken come back to nuke back row. So you'll be turning off monster effects and you'll be nuking back row. And if they don't get rid of Cosmo Town, when you nuke the back row, you'll also search into a Cosmo Monster as well, allowing you to just get all your engines running at the same time, which is ideal. Alright, on to the other hand. Alright, so this hand we have a good hand, like holy macaroni, this hand's great. So I won't be using the Cosmotown over here because that doesn't count as part of the hand. But we do have the spellbook engine. So this would be how you would bait for hand traps number one, go straight for the spellbooks. Get that. We don't need normal summon. We don't need the normal summon for the combo we're going to be going for. So we're gonna go ahead. At this point, if I don't see it select, if they had an Asher, probably would have used it. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep the deck then. All right, and yeah, that's a good fucking game. So we have our Ritual Monster straight up live. We have a Desert Shuttle live, and then we also have a Terraform to get the diagram. So this hand is going to go ahead and make the good old fashioned board. So as you can see, you can use Ritual Monster to break field as well. So in the event that you're going second, you'll be able to pop a monster on your way into the combo. Alright guys, so we are here, so take notes for this infill. You'll have the Ritual Monster live and ready to go in hand. You'll have Devotee live and ready to come back next turn in case you draw another spellbook or whatever. You'll have the Phoenix coming back to nuke the back row. You will also have your Calamities to turn off all their monster effects, and then you would have Totem Bird to stop any spell effects if I have like an Impermanence or a Widow Anchor or a Chalice to try to stop calamities. And on top of all of that, you still would have a Kozmo Dark Destroyer in hand and a Kozmo Dogfighter in hand, and whatever we get off this straw, man. So this is once again a pretty huge plus. It is a 6 cards on field, 4 cards in hand. This is a +4. Let's go ahead and see what we get off this tin can. Once again, I'm going to go and search out the action cards. So Lady, Destroyer, Slip Rider. This is assuming you're going into a matchup blind and don't know what you need. We got Lady. So then on their turn, you immediately tin can, bring out Lady. So now when you go for calamities, they can't Gamma it, they can't Impermanence it, they can't do none of that. Because Lady beats Gamma, this beats Impermanence. So good game. Alright guys, I had to do a small cut there. So when I did the last 2 videos, I accidentally unplugged my mic, and that caused Camtasia to freeze up, and so the replays got yeeted, and I lost that data sadly. So I'm actually gonna have to go and take it from where we are. I am kind of happy that happened though, because the last 2 hands that I drew for the 6 hands test hands, the last 2 hands, they have Preparation Rites in it, and Preparation Rites is the best card in the deck, so I'm trying to play without it. So let's see what we can do if we don't draw Preparation Rites. Alright, so first off we have this hand, and what this hand does drop Preparation Rites is a whole lot of nothing. I mean, you can, like, if you really wanted to, you could force a calamities, but that's about all you can do. Alright, so this was a sad boy's hand. Literally calamities and prey, but you know, calamities can win games by itself. That's one ignore. Alright, we do Preparation Rites. I'm not gonna use it. Like I said, I'm actively dodging Preparation Rites, so if I draw it, I'm trying to play without it. So you're essentially watching the deck with 4 cards in hand instead of 5. So just ignore this. I'm not gonna use this at all, and I'm still gonna make Calamity's Totem Bird. And here we are. So if we ignore the Preparation of Rites and just say we start off with 4 cards, we have 6 on field and 2 in hand. That's 8 cards, 4 to 8. That's a +4. And then we also still have to resolve what's the name? We still have to resolve Tin Can, make that a +5 from the 4 cards. We did not need Delta Shuttle in the slightest. We didn't even use Dogfighter either, so we only used 3 cards really to get here. And like I said, all you need for this field is Diagram, Delta Shuttle, and then any elemental card. Any elemental card will do. It doesn't matter. You can draw Jet Synchron and you're there. And then from here we just search out the action cards. So Dark Destroyer, Dark Lady, Slip Rider. And see what we find. And we found Dark Lady. So yeah, then, you know, banish Tin Can. Ignore. Banish Tin Can, bring out Lady. Then from here, activate Calamities. Call Dark to stop danger monsters. And then if they have a Gamma or if they have Impermanence in their top deck, they can't use it because Totem Bird and Lady will beat both those out. Alright, so we're going into it again. I'm trying to get 3 hands dodging Preparation of Rites. So we got first two down. I'm not afraid to show bricks since the deck does break. And yeah, so we dodged Preparation of Rites. I'm a little less familiar with this combo line that I'm gonna go for, but I'm pretty sure even without Preparation of Rites, we should still get our Calamity's Totem Bird filled. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so we didn't make it to Calamities and Totemberg. Sadly, we couldn't use Strawman. I mean, if you want to like link Strawman and like a Trooper away with some sorcerers to make another monster and then go ahead and get the tin can out like that, you could have, but not really worth it. Usually Calamities and Totemberg is enough to stop it because nobody really plays Gamma, so you don't have to really fear it too much. But yeah, we still made it there. I don't play that combo string often because it's really rare that it comes up. But it came up here, unfortunately, they would have played outright to showcase how to make it even from that hand. Alright, that's another hand. Ritualist, Totemberless, etc. Ritualist and, yeah, Ritual Monstrous. We got in this hand. Sigh. Permission rights. I mean, well, as you know, this hand is, like, high tier with prep. Permission rights, this hand goes all the way in. Without preparation rights though, if I was to be so inclined as to not use the card. Alright guys, I'm back. Yeah, that was a I mean, as you know, if we actually use preparation rights, we would have been able to get the full Totem Bird or whatever, but even without it, we're still able to make Calamities, Tin Can, and Strawman, ending on a pretty solid board. Let me go ahead and search out, I'm gonna search out the stall one, Dogfighter. Because getting tokens for link material is great. And we get Dogfighter. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, ignoring that, so 6 cards. So that is a +2 because we only use 4 cards to get this far. And then you can plus even harder if you use strong, if you use Tin Can's effect again, or if you use Dogfighter to start getting tokens. So yeah, those are some good hands without the what's the name, preparation of rights. All right, guys, so we're back from the test hands. I did more than I said I would do. I'm pretty much addicted to test hands at this point. I've been testing this deck for so long. Hitting the shuffle button is like second nature to me because like I've done probably over like 10,000 test hands. I'm not even bullshitting you. I can like sit down and click shuffle and look at the cards for like fucking 4 hours straight. I have a problem. But yeah, as you're able to see from the duels, which I did do, like you saw me like you actually saw me fast forward as I like go through and re-enter and reduel myself. I wasn't like rigging the duels or anything. Those were just like raw, just straight up test hands. That the deck is still pretty consistent, and I'll even do some here. If I have a hand where I draw into the draw engine, I can't account for it, but yeah, yeah, whew. Totemberg, Calamities, yeah, Totemberg, Calamities, that's 2, I'll do 5. You're not gonna believe this shit. You're not gonna believe this shit. Totemberg, Calamities, or you can Synchro, your choice. 3, 4, Totemberg, Calamities, we're at 4 for 4. I'm not gonna break. Okay, like I said, now this is a hand I can't account for. I cannot account for this hand. But you will be drawing 2 cards. If you draw into an Elemental, Mari, Preparation of Rights, you get Totemberg Calamities. Otherwise, you're just gonna get your basic Kozmo play. But yeah, I can't account for this hand. I'm trying to find a way out to draw and stuff in it. Alright, and then here's the bad hand. Just, you know, the deck does break sometimes. There you go. Alright, but yeah, as you can probably guess, this deck has hella combo trees. Like, too many. It has a damn combo forest now. And that means that this isn't the only build. I've branched out. And I've made other builds of the deck. So this is my least favorite build. I hate this build, but it still has potential. This is the Phantom Bomb build, which is a Phantom Knight take on the deck. Where basically you use the Phantom Knight engine to get into a Bardiche, and then you get double Fog Blade to back up your boards. So your Calamity Totemberg becomes backed up by double Fog Blade and Bardiche. Bardiche also helps with breaking boards, because when you make Break Sword or Calamity with them, because they're both Dark type XYZ monsters, you get to pop a card. So you have some extra utility there. But you do sacrifice power cards, like the hand shots and stuff, for call by Graves and Fog Blades. So you do get your consistency hit a little bit. But it's not bad. It's still pretty good. So I'll do 5 hands with this one. Okay, Calamity's Totemberg, double Fog Blade. That's what you're making with this hand. Also, if you're wondering, I will showcase these combos. I'm doing a combo tutorial next, so that's gonna be coming up next in this video. Calamity's Fog Blade, Calamity Stormbird, double Fog Blade. You already know the deal. 2 for 2, 3. Okay, finally, now you're just making Calamities this time, backed up by a Fog Blade and a Ghost Ogre. Boop. All right, first really mediocre hand, I guess. Yeah, you're basically just T swapping Yari Phantom Knight. It kind of sucks. You're just making what is this fourth hand? You're just making Strawman, Tin Can, and then you're like setting up for Calamities next turn. Boop, and then ooh, okay, this is actually an interesting one. This hand is gonna get you Hope Harbinger, Double Fog Blade, Bardiche, and Tin Can. So potentially 4 negates. 1 for Hope Harbinger, 2 for the Fog Blades, and 1 from the from the Tin Can if you happen to get Dark Destroyer or Dark Lady. Okay, wow, I said it's supposed to be a less consistent version. Yeah, this still shows consistency. Fuck this deck. Next up, we have the Imperial Order build. This deck is basically like a Sky Strikers. Fuck you. And that's what it does. You literally just you dolphin die for that Imperial Order. That's your game plan. You get that Imperial Order, you make Curious, you get Imperial Order, and then you go in from there. Also, we'll be showing the combos for this variation as well. Anyways, let's do 5 test hands. This hand's garbage, but you're still making Calamities with this hand. You're making Calamities and Nephthys. Calamities, Summer Sorcerers, and Exploding Chicken will be your infield. This hand is also garbage. Just double ass, double ritual, Kozmo ship. What can you do? Going second though, you find a rebirth, and then you're able to go off. So I think that's the third test hand. This hand, oh, this hand is also unfortunate. So close. Need a 1 monster to blow up, then it'll be good. But yeah, like I said, the deck can break. It's not 100% consistent. Hey, here we go. This one is getting you your super filled with Imperial Order, Calamities, and Totem or whatever. And I'll do one more. Ew. You're literally just gonna be sitting on an Exploding Chicken and double hand traps. That's literally what your game plan would be. Yeah, like I said, these other builds are like definitely less consistent than the main build. But yeah, like this hand goes into. But yeah, but keep those things in mind if you want to try to branch onto these. These are the least consistent builds. The main one, Explosivo, is still the best, in my opinion. Whew, that hand's ridiculous. But yeah, so we covered the variations. Now let's go ahead and get into the combos. Alright guys, so we're back. Those were the combos. A lot of the niche combos you've probably seen covered in the test stands. Those are kind of like the basic combos that are, some of them are universal throughout all the builds of Explosivo. And then like for the particular builds with the Imperial Order and the Phantom Fogblade combos, those are also shown. But yeah, that just about concludes the video. At this point, the only thing left to do is go ahead and showcase some replays. So in the last video, you got to see me curb stomp a Dino Thunder Dragon player, which is by far the worst matchup. At this point in time now, I guess I can go ahead and just dunk on the rest of the meta. So sit back and enjoy the rest of the meta getting wrecked.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
People fantasize about traveling space and time. I think about specific moments that I could rewind. Not to redo it, but relive it. I could give it one more go about and truly understand the deeper things that I don't know about. Now take a trip with me and vibe. I'm on this interstellar mission, issue down the ride. Hold up, I know this intermission, feeling like the tribe. Life is beautiful, I'm so lucky to be alive. I'm gonna take this moment right now, hitting school to people. I know deep in my heart everyone is created equal. I truly wish that I could see the sequel of our people. Truly wish that I could check it. Yeah, now when I hit the road and tour the world, I see life different like this music shit, this ain't the world. Brothers and sisters from different mothers and misters, all different colors and creeds, all come together for me. Boy, I'm blessed to be free.
This is our time. Still I'm looking back, let me rewind. This is alright. Don't let me lose my faith, let me rewind.
Doing 70 on this highway. On the front of this bus, I'm busting my mind open, hoping these lyrics will keep me coping. On the grind like coping, no time to bring the dope in, but this night will got me feeling lit. It's been like 3 months since I've been home. Sometimes it feel like forever, just how long I've been gone. Yeah, you know that's the shit that I've been on. You know I love it, feel like it's never enough of it. Let me bring 'em back. Chillin', watching Tarantino, we know I've been on it forever. My endeavor like a feature film, step into the realm of the realest. Do you feel it? I'm in it, my limit, the chillest. Let me bring 'em back. Yeah, I woke up early on my born 25. It's a blessing, progression, everyday lessons got me stressing, but I'm testing, reminiscing when I would listen to my intuition, and now I made it. Resurrect the young Sinatra I created. I'm elated. It seemed like everyone somehow related. Letters back and forth from my homie that's locked up in prison, doing 14. It's been 5. I know my heart's with him. I've been so busy, it felt like forever since I hit a man. I think about how I wasn't shit when he winning. What if the tables was turning? I was the one that been in. Damn, he said he see me in the magazines. He said he see me on Fallon and Kimmel. That's been my dog from the kennel. I never thought that out the millions watching he was one. It makes me reminisce about the times when we begun. Skipping class with all of my homies on a constant search for who I was. I rarely went to school, they wonder why, and that's because my situation at home was alcoholics and drugs. I never graduated, but I made it to the summit. Don't get me wrong, so many times I thought that I would plummet. Felt like I didn't have the heart and couldn't seem to stomach all of the beef around my way. I mean, I never wanted to live a life where all you're truly living is a lie. I knew I always wanted more, and so they wonder why. I said they wonder why.
This is our time. Still I'm looking back, let me rewind. This is alright. Don't let me lose my faith, let me rewind.
So what do you think about space?
Space is called the galaxy.
Do you know planets? Can you name some planets off?
Yeah, there's one named Saturn and Earth, Mars, and the planet Paradise.
You've never been there before?
No. I was little a long time ago with my mom and riding a cool ship. The TV showed us so where we are in space. There was droid ships everywhere.
Well, thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate the interview.
and she hit me like that. Saw that thing so beautiful. That she just hit my heart. Oh, that full force and she got me like that. I be like, baby, why you so fine? Gotta make you mine. So hard to find. Baby, like, oh, how'd you do the thing? The way that you do it, and she ain't even show nothing. She be walking around so confident, so happy.
Yo, so we're back from the replays. This time around, I actually decided to go out and hunt down every meta deck so you can kind of see how the deck plays versus those matchups, and so you can see like what you want to do and how you want to play versus them, going first and second. But yeah, for the most part, the main go first flow this deck puts out is kind of universal versus every deck. Every deck struggles to deal with it, especially if it's backed up by the exploding chicken, which it will be like 50% of the time. But yeah, this deck probably has the highest strength going against like stun decks or like trap heavy slower decks that aren't floodgate based. Just because a lot of your stuff floats and just continuously recurs itself in the graveyard. So even if you open bad, you'll still like constantly have advantage coming up on the field and being able to put up wall cards to stall until you get your cards that you need. Like against the Draco player, I was able to just stall him out with the chickens and Nephthys monsters constantly floating and getting me advantage to the point where like he just couldn't find the cards he needed to out it. And then yeah, the chicken also threatens back really well. Against combo decks, the deck also has a pretty decent matchup, but it's mostly if you win the die roll. Because if you win the die roll, you go first. I don't care what you do. If you make calamities, a combo deck can't play. Then going second, you side in all the hand traps and try to beat them. And then like also trap heavy decks lose to Eclipser. But yeah, I do want to show you guys how to side before I end the video. So side decking with the deck is a bit weird. As you can probably guess, it will hit the consistency quite a bit, but it won't be like unbearable. You can still definitely play with your side deck cards. So first things you want to side out is the Spellbook Engine. So that's 4 cards right there. You can also drop a Ghost Ogre, and the Ash Blossom are also side deck cards as well. And then if you're like really desperate to side out, you can go ahead and drop the Dogfighter as well, and the Jet Synchron if you want to. If you don't want to go into the Synchro Engine, you can also drop the Synchron and the Ghost Ogre, just so you have 3 dead spots in your extra deck. So let's go and show some examples. I'm gonna go ahead and say I put in my Swirling Stealing Light, my Calls, and Book of Eclipse. Why not? Let's say I'm going against Thunder Dragons, because this is actually normal. I wouldn't side them, so Call or Go to the Grave. This is just for the sake of example. Alright, so that's quite a lot of cards taken out the deck for these. I'm going to do like 5 test hands just to show that it doesn't destroy your consistency. This hand is still ridiculous. You got the Sword Sling right there, and you got 3 hella powerful cards. What's wild about this hand is that it looks bad, but you can still make the Calamity Totem Bird field. If you're going second, you got Slip Ride to help pop back row. But you have to pick up Eclipse there. This hand is 1, 2, okay. It's not bad, but you're gonna have your oh, actually no, going second is actually pretty good. You pop your ship with Nephthys, get out your Strawman or Slip Rider if you need to pop back row. Bring out another ship, tag on the Rusher, pop another card. You got Ghost Ogre as a hand trap, and then you got Double Clawed as well. Another hand. Second verse same as the first, except you don't have Ghost Ogre, you have Claws and Swords. This hand is ridiculous. this hand is ridiculous. You're making the Calamities board, you got a Call by the Graves, it's crispy. This hand's also crispy. This hand would go into the single play if you had it still. Otherwise, your alternative play to that would be making Dark Lady and Cyber Dragon Infinity. This hand is a brick, unfortunately. And I'll do one more. Oh, ooh. Jesus, this hand's really good. Nephthys, Ritual Spell, you got a Call to back it up, and then you got the perfect Kozmo ship to have to go along with it. So you can go ahead and do whatever you want. You're not going to do the synchro plays. In this event outside out just synchron. So you once again go ahead, set up the Deadly Chicken in the graveyard, and also go ahead and make your Cyber Dragon Infinity, and whatever tin can find you. But alright, that's go ahead and showing the deck with the side deck card, how to side with it. Do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will go and give you a quick spoiler right now. My next deck is Crystal Beasts. I'm working on them. I'm working hard on them. I can't give you like a timeline when the video will come out, but just know it will be here eventually. Anyways, Survivor 1212 signing out.